Today I'm here with my student Natalia, who is currently taking part in her second military Erasmus. Hi, Natalia.
Me?
Hi. So you have taken part in 2 Erasmus exchanges during your studies in the military university. What was your motivation to do it? Why did you want to have such experience?
I really believe that from the point of view of young officer, it's really important because I feel like devotion to change our military lives because I think that as we all know, the world is developing, but for some steps, the military is still stuck. So I strongly believe that we, like young people, we are those one who should go abroad to get to know new military armies, other military armies, how they work, how they operate. What can we change in our army because of that, and how can we operate together in the future? Because even though in today's situation we can really experience that alone we can do anything, but with cooperation with others we can achieve some goals. So I know that it's like, it's like maybe small talk or something, but when we will take it into consideration, it's really the point that as a young officers we have responsibility to change something. So um, I take those Erasmus programs as a possibility to change, or maybe to have broaden horizons, to go to somebody and okay, we should do something like that and that, because it's not longer, it doesn't work not longer.
And how are these 2 Erasmus exchanges different from each other? Did you approach them differently as well, or were they quite similar experiences?
Yeah, of course. I think that every Erasmus is completely different because you are going to a different country. So it's hard even to compare them to each other, because they have different cultures. Both army operate in different ways. Even though we are all in the army, we can really feel the difference in the way we operate, but differences like bases like culture, languages, attitudes, and so on. So it's really hard to compare them to each other. They are unique. All of them are unique, and all of them have some impact on me for sure.
And what kind of skills as a soldier, what skills can you learn as a soldier during a military Erasmus?
Ability to cooperate for sure,
Hmm?
the flexibility and ability to adapt. Uh, it's really important and hard to understand if we don't have to adapt, because we feel connections to our army, but for some in some situation, in some I don't know events, or it doesn't matter, in some situation, let's say, we have to adapt and we have to change our rules. So as a soldier, as a military, it can be hard for somebody, and if you don't have to do it, you you cannot understand how hard is it. So yeah.
And what was the most challenging during your military Erasmus,
The most challenging,
whether in the previous one or in the current one?
maybe to face the differences, how other people think, that you have to face different cultures, and it matters a lot because based on the cultures, people can think differently, completely different, and you can really feel it. It's maybe not so visible because we are all Europeans and we should be the same, but it's not the way. For example, timing. In my culture, timing is like, okay, you have the meeting at 7, so you're at 7.
7 sharp.
Yes, but in some countries, if the meeting starts at 7, the meeting starts at 8, and it's okay.
So it's 7-ish, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly like that.
And what about the language aspect? Did you improve your English?
Yeah, of course, of course. Even though sometimes when we even talk with not so fluent English speakers, or if somebody is making mistakes, it matters, but not on daily lives. Like the most important thing is that you can use the language. You are living in a language. You don't have any other option how to express yourself than in English. So that's really developing for sure.
And what would you say has been your biggest achievement during whether of the previous one or the current Erasmus? Have you taken part like in any special events that, or something that you would consider your biggest achievement that you're proud of?
Achievement.
Mhm.
Personal achievement, you mean?
The biggest one, like well, what would you consider your biggest achievement during the Erasmus?
Okay, so I think that it was from my previous ones. I did some projects with other Erasmus students from another country. It was international conference in Romanian, by the way, and we did projects together about Erasmus.
Mhm.
So based on our experiences, how it can be changed, what are our opinions, what can we share with others, and we won this module, this panel during this conference. So that's for sure
I
was.
remember. Mhm. Yeah, I was also very proud of you when that happened. Mhm. And Erasmus has a reputation of a never-ending party. Was it like this, or did you actually have to study hard?
It depends from a person, for sure. It depends what you want, because in my opinion, it's for everything. Like you can party, you can study, you can develop your English, you can travel, and so on. The most important fact is what you prioritize. If you choose parties, you do party. If you're just traveling, meeting new people, and so on, you can do what you want. So, but in my opinion, it's in every field of our life. Even in our university, we can choose party, but we can choose both party, traveling, and studying. So it's the same on Erasmus. That's the choice.
Balance, right? Mhm. Right. And were there any subjects that you studied abroad that you wish were taught at your home university?
Yes, I believe that we should implement more topics about humanitarian law and irregular warfare, because those topics are really up to date, and they are really skipped a lot in other countries, even in my country, in Poland. But they are really crucial right now. Like humanitarian law, we should be aware what is happening around the world, what violation are happening right now, and how can we react, how the governments and so on should react. And irregular warfare also, it's what is happening, how should be prepared for that, and that we should be aware what is happening, what is irregular warfare. It doesn't mean that just military students should know that, but all students, all people should know that what is regular warfare and what are threats against us as a humans. So,
Interesting. And how, in your opinion, will this experience help you in your future military career?
I hope it will.
Mhm.
In general, I hope that I will be able to use this experience in my future life. I would really like to change something, because I feel that we stuck, as I told you at the beginning. So I really want to send officers who are right now officers, not those one who will be, because I really believe that Erasmus should be also for officers, for them to go abroad and to implement some things right now at their work, not when they will be retirements, or when they are future cadets, because as a future cadet, I cannot change a lot for now. But as an officer, I do. I believe I do. I want to do.
Right, but you will take this experience with you and you can implement it in the future. But as I said, it will take some time before you will get to this decision-making point, right?
And we need more people to go abroad and to go for Erasmus to gain experience, to be able to cooperate, because sometimes it's a wall. and you don't have anybody to help you, you can achieve it alone. But with somebody, that's possible. So I hope I will have this possibility to change a bit.
And what would you like to say to people who are hesitating about military Erasmus?
Don't hesitate, just go.
Just do it.
Go, just do it. That's not the what about you should think a lot. That's really opening experience, and it really it can really help. You can meet a lot of people, new cultures, new environment. You can travel, you can meet new cuisine, try new tastes, new drinks, new party, new way of party. So yeah, that's Erasmus in general is really worth it to go and to use this opportunity for sure.
Okay. And my last question for you to wrap up this interview, would you say that just like the Erasmus program has shaped generations of European citizens, the military Erasmus is shaping a new generation of European military leaders and strategic culture for the Europe of defense?
I would really like to be like that. I don't know. I hope that Erasmus will be becoming
Will become, yeah.
will become more and more popular, and more people will go for it, and more military people will go for it because it's really important. And I hope it will shape our future because it should. The cooperation is the most important. We are talking about it during Erasmus a lot. The common security, common responsibility is really important. So the Erasmus is really a right tool to achieve it, to achieve the cooperation, because the most important is communication, understanding each other. Without going for Erasmus or without going abroad, it's really hard to understand each other. So yeah.
Right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and for talking about this experience that not a lot of people know that it even exists. So thank you very much for your testimonial and wishing you all the best, Natalia.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.